I know obviously when the Jordan Poole video came out, there was a lot of chatter about that video. But when you watch that video, how do you feel about yourself?
Well, when I watched the video, when that video first came out, I watched that video all day. Go to it, watch it over and over again. Leave it, go do something else. Come back to the video, watch it again. Because that video had me form an opinion about myself. And I was sitting there, and as someone who was involved in the incident, I totally forgot in watching that video everything that went on. Because in the video, you watch an audioless video, you watch a 3-second clip of me walking up and I swing, and like that's what you see. That video was put out there like that to portray me the exact way it did. Does that mean I was not wrong in what I did? No, that does not mean that. 100% was the wrong reaction. Mm-hmm. But in everything, there's also a full story. I don't care to share my story. One day I will. It ain't the time nor the place, nor do I care to share it. Mm-hmm. I care more about figuring this team out and trying to win. But one day I will, because there's always a time. But what I figured out in watching that video for all day is like, damn, this actually was what this was meant to do. Like, this was meant to form an opinion about me and not give another side to it. Like, not even allow another opinion to be formed. This video was put out just like this. No audio. If we got this video, we got the whole practice, right? Like, we got everything, right? Mm-hmm. All you see is, 5 seconds? And so what I had to do is, number one, and because, like, once that released, I'm experiencing so many emotions, right? Like, I'm upset. Like, how the hell does this get released? I'm, like, going through hell because you're, just at the sole discretion of public opinion. And on the flip side of that, also dealing with my team, whose sentiments also changed once the video came out. So here I am, in a situation where everybody was there, everyone attended. Whatever was going to be was going to be. And then the video comes out and everything changes. And so now I'm like, wow. But that's what this was intended to do. That's why this was released this way. And so in going through every emotion and experiencing all the different emotions that I was experiencing, in order for me to even start to unpack this whole thing, I have to look at it from every point of view. Like, I can't just go in like, well, this is the point of view I'm gonna look at it from, and that's it. Like, you come out very short-sighted. Like, you come out with not all the facts. You come out with not a complete understanding because you didn't look at a complete picture. And so I had to start looking at this thing from like so many different viewpoints and trusting different people's viewpoints that I trust, trusting some people's viewpoints that I don't trust, like, and just really using that to kind of dissect and unpack this whole thing. And in doing that, it really led me to some different spaces, but like I said, one of those spaces being this was put out like this to form that opinion on me that it did.
So just a clarifying question, because I'm curious. I can't tell if this is what you're being insinuated. I don't want to be wrong. The video coming out, you feel like was like a calculated thing for the video to come out?
100%.
Okay.
You ain't never seen another video from our practice. that camera got to be on every day, right? Or was it just on that day in that moment for those 5 seconds? You see one of our plays that we drawn up in practice coming out from those videos. You ain't see anything else coming out from practicing those videos. So it's 100% calculated. Who was it calculated by? I don't know. I would still love to know the answer. I still don't have an answer of how the video got released. Not sure I will ever get an answer. Be honest with you, I'm not even in search of an answer. I would love to know, but I ain't chasing after it for what? It's a waste of my time. What happened, happened. I accepted my responsibility in it, and once I accepted my responsibility in it, I started to move forward. Mm-hmm. Like, I accepted my responsibility. I knew I was wrong. I apologized to those that I needed to apologize to. And now it's time to do the work and move forward. And so in saying that, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time going to try to figure out who released it, because it's behind me, you know, and I want it to stay behind me. I don't want to put that back in front of me. And so, but it's 100% a calculated thing. By whoever released it or whoever was behind it, it's 100% calculated. I wish I knew the answer of who it was calculated by, but it's definitely calculated.
So with you, and I know obviously I listened to your podcast talking about, I saw the piece you did on TNT, and like taking the responsibility of being wrong in the video, that what you did, you know, and I honestly don't really know the question to ask, because we don't know what happened, and you know, and that's not a thing you want to share, and that's totally fine. But with the information that we have presented to us from what we saw in the video, do you think that you all have been able to be in the space to move forward? Do you think that you have shown to Jordan, based on what we have seen, that you are sorry, that you want to move forward, that it can be put behind you?
We go to work every day together. Our lockers are right next to each other. That never changed. We ride the same buses together. We change in the same locker room on the road together. None of that has changed. Did it change our relationship? Of course. Absolutely. That's still a work in progress. I'll always be willing to continue to do that work because I was wrong. Mm. And so in saying all of that, yes, like definitely allowed to move forward. And we have moved forward. And it's been just fine. But is it different? 100%. And not that I expected it to be the same, right? Like, if I had to say back then, like, oh, I think this would go like this, or I think it'll go like that, I can't say it's went very different or it's been very far off from the way I thought it would go. Mm-hmm. I think it's been pretty close to the way that I thought it would go. But as far as like us moving forward, we've definitely moved forward. And I see improvements day by day, week by week, month by month. I see improvements.
That's good.
And that's all you can ask for. You know, I don't expect him to come out and be like, man, I want to come hang with you off the court. And like, I don't expect that. Like, I'm not a fool. Like, I grew up in Saginaw, Michigan. Like, I've been in fights before. Like, I've been in situations before. I know how you come out of those situations. Like, it's not what I expected. Mm-hmm. So, in saying that, it's kind of what I expected it to be. Mm-hmm. But it's a constant work in progress because it's very important to the makeup of our team, to the success of our team. Mm-hmm. And so I continue to do the work.